Hi, Alison. I'm providing you a review of your debate speech here. So I'm going to do a screen share. Give me a second. Here you are. This is your debate speech. So the first thing that I'm going to say is you've got to work substantially more on your warrant. I understand that you are cheerleading and you're really supporting graffiti as a art form. However, go back closely to Maslow's hierarchy of needs and really come up with a rationale that really kind of emphasizes why graffiti should exist. Why is it a safety need? Is it a psychological need? Is it a self-actualization need? Why is it that graffiti needs to be considered as an art form, and why does it need to exist? Also, you can kind of talk about how graffiti is considered as vandalism, which are the states which kind of considers that as vandalism. So many other examples from the world that you can consider, where it shows that graffiti has kind of enhanced their life. Their people have a creative expression. So you have to get more into the rationale. Right now, this warrant, which is the why of your speech, why should we consider this is slightly weak, and this needs to be, you need to have some more ground that will help us understand why is it a need. So again, your strategy could be different. It could be a scare tactic, or scare or fear strategy, where you say that if this doesn't exist, this and this and this and this can happen. Or it could be pleasure oriented, that if this exists, then all these good things can happen, right? But you got to tell me why it is important in our society. So I think that part was kind of could have been played up much more. I did see that you have provided the map of the speech. I gave you here in terms of introduction. I felt that yes, you did. You started with why, and you started with the introduction of graffiti here. Anytime you kind of talked about a situation, which was great, because you were able to kind of help the audience visualize the situation. I would probably, for certain things here in the introduction of your speech, I would probably again use some facts from the world, or maybe if you're considering US or many other countries, if you're thinking about, I would probably consider certain things that have happened in real life that kind of has threatened the existence of graffiti. So you may want to put that right in the introduction. That would be a more stronger entrance into your debate speech. Okay, so that's something that you may want to do. I just felt that there's a visualization, you're creating a picture, but I still need to, you just have about 5 minutes. You need to get the audience right, make them sit at the edge of their seats, if you will. All right. So body, I felt that here I would probably put you here. I would really focus on here Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Why is it? Again, go back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If there's a need that has not been discussed in Maslow's hierarchy of need, talk about it. That's okay if it's not in part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs was formulated some way back, like 50 years back. And maybe not all needs Abraham Maslow was able to see at that point. So if you have any other form of need that is not being reflected in Maslow's hierarchy of need, get that in. But you got to emphasize the need. Okay, so I felt that was short in your speech. The speech seems to be short, and I will not comment on this on the length of your speech. If you're able to do this within 5 minutes, you go ahead with that. But I feel, just based out of my experience, that this may run a little short. So you just have to practice and say, fit it in nicely into 5 minutes. So again, I will use the need part of it. Why? The why of graffiti. Why should we have it? Why do people consider it as a form of vandalism? Why that is not valid? And all the good things that can happen, which is lacking in today's society, that needs to be there in the body of the speech, which I did not see a whole lot. Okay, now I will talk about the conclusion. The conclusion is a rebuttal that and you could have a major rebuttal or a minor rebuttal. In your situation, I did see that you have provided a rebuttal saying that, of course, the most common one will be vandalism, right? So I think that's a major rebuttal that you have used, a major one. So if you're able to kind of defend it defend it strongly, I don't see that you're really defending vandalism. So you can talk about what vandalism means actually, and then how graffiti does not fit into the definition of vandalism. Okay, it's not vandalism, it is creative art. So I'm glad that you've taken a brave position by using a major point of counter argument. With most people, will the first thing that they will think about is, when you're doing the speech, is, hey, she's talking about the speech, but this is graffiti is vandalism. So that's what you have taken on right there. You've pulled the most important one that they will push you against, that they'll attack you with. So I want you to have a stronger case, stronger response to vandalism. Okay, so once you do that, what you're doing is you're closing the door on them, saying that now when you have a counter argument, you're making it difficult for them to counter argue with you. All right, so they will be able to, they have to think about every other things that they can think about your opponents, but they cannot counter argue with you in regards to vandalism. So have a more strong, substantial argument for vandalism, that this graffiti is not vandalism means this, and graffiti definitely doesn't mean vandalism. So that's the approach you need to take. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.